Busted.
The reviews are in.
Awesome.
You wanted more Joe Concha. And we heard you. More Joe. More show.
We're talking to you. Under promise and over deliver.
Joe Concha. Weeknights at 9. Plus Sunday mornings at 11 on 77 WABC.
Jimmy Kimmel no longer tries to be funny. Not that he ever really was.
Joe Concha. Weeknights at 9. Plus Sunday mornings at 11.
Democrats defending cocaine coming into the country.
Listen, all you New Yorkers.
Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Recently, regarding the January 3rd raid, President Donald Trump told a number of news organizations, including the New York Post, that U.S. forces used a secret pulsed energy or discombobulator weapon during the raid in which President Maduro and his wife were kidnapped. Now, you can say whatever you want. You can sit there and say, no. No, he wasn't kidnapped. It was a law enforcement. It was an indictment. Okay. Listen, do me a favor, okay? We're all on the same team, all right? But don't lie to me. Don't try to BS me. I understand what we tell everybody else, but don't do that to me, okay? Seriously. Don't even think about this. The idea that, no, Venezuela was a hub for drugs. Stop it. This is me you're talking to. You don't have to explain. I understand we did it, and that's fine. I'm not even going to argue. I'm not going to. It's just like people who say, well, ICE never acts improperly. Stop it. Of course they do. Everybody does. From time to time. Remember, don't lie. It's one thing to be a Trump supporter, which is great, but don't make things up. Don't change things. Don't call it the way it is. Say, yep, we did it because, frankly, we have the power to do it. And there's nothing you can do. Period. So what are these weapons they have? What are these? Well, let me tell you about some of the greatest. These are the most fascinating of them all. I say this repeatedly because I've studied these for, oh my God, forever. In fact, during the discussions of the World Trade Center, many people believe still that directed energy weapon types of devices were used by someone, don't know by whom, because the model of jet fuel just doesn't work. And you know that by now. If you still adhere to that theory, you haven't been paying attention. Again, remember, it's okay to say, look, I'm not a child. But let me explain this to you. DEWs. No, it's not a shoe store. It's DSW. DEW. Directed energy weapons. These are advanced military, technologies that use concentrated electromagnetic energy, such as lasers, microwaves, particle beams, to affect a target without, I love this, traditional projectiles. This is so good. You see, in established defense discussions, they're usually framed around air defense, drone defeat, electronic warfare. See, public confusion often comes into two extremes. Treating DEWs as either pure science fiction or treating every disaster as proof of secret deployment. See, that's the way it works. I know people who think everything is some furtive, alternative force, evil, as opposed to, they always hear zebra hoof prints or hoof beats, not horses. You know what I mean? They always think, and then there's other people who think it never exists. So be careful. Stay away from either extreme. But, public confusion is tough because DEWs are fascinating. A practical approach is to learn what the technology is, which is what I'm going to tell you now. Directed energy weapons generally rely on converting stored energy into a directed beam that travels at or near the speed of light. Unlike kinetic weapons, beam effects are not shaped by gravity in the same way as bullets or shells. Potential advantages described in open defense material include precision, speed, low cost per shot, very cheap once the system is built. That being said, atmospheric conditions, line of sight limits, power supply constraints remain significant variables. Now let's talk about the history. Modern interest in this accelerated during the Cold War. In the 1980s, the United States explored missile defense concepts under the Strategic Defense Initiative, also called Star Wars. Remember this? Remember with Reagan? And they made Reagan out to be a nut, like he's crazy, he just made that up. Really? This included research into high-energy lasers, particle beam ideas. The Soviet Union also pursued related research, and both sides treated the topic as strategically meaningful. This is cutting-edge stuff. Now, over time, development continued into systems focused on air defense, countering drone operations, electronics disruption, and publicly acknowledged examples include crowd control style, these microwave concepts. These are wonderful. Remember that, how they turn your skin up, makes you feel like you're burning? This is what they believe in Venezuela as well. But the key takeaway is not that every claim is true, but that directed energy research has a long documented history. Now, here's how they work. Directed energy weapons, you can deliver energy through different parts of the electromagnetic spectrum. The three most discussed categories are lasers, high-power microwaves, and particle beams. This is so good. Let's talk about lasers first. Laser, by the way, is an acronym for something. High-energy lasers focus light to either heat or burn or damage a target. Range and effectiveness depend on beam quality, atmospheric turbulence, particulates, and, quote, dwell time on the target. And some concepts discuss pulse techniques meant to reduce atmospheric distortion, but they're really good. Think Star Wars, lasers. Then there's microwaves. High-power microwaves can disrupt electronics by inducing currents and overwhelming circuits. In some designs, the goal is non-lethal disruption of equipment rather than physical destruction. Effects can be wider depending upon which laser is used. Then there's particle beams. This gets good. Particle beam concepts accelerate particles to a very high speed. In open discussions, major challenges include beam stability and atmosphere, engineering demands. But here's the thing. This is going to change everything. Directed energy weapons are real. Real as a category of military technology. And research has been going on for decades. And what remains disrupted in public debate is the leap from documented systems to broad claims. So let me just tell you something. Everything that you thought before that was kind of weird, that weird kind of overnight talk. I love the way they relegated to overnight. You know, that Art Bell wasn't crazy in the least. He might have said some things that were a bit beyond your particular realm of acceptable imagination, but he was not crazy, I assure you. But I want you to pull yourself away from the 20th century. Stop living in the 50s and be ready for what's happening next.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to The Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.